Welcome to the Tall Girl Tuesday podcast. It's your girl Danny, and I'm here with my special co-host Juicy.
Hey guys.
And our special guest this week is Mr. Chaz Epps.
Yeah, how everybody doing today?
We're good. You good?
I'm good. Good. Got my drink. I'm good.
Okay. We over here sipping. Yeah.
So Chaz, you want to tell us a little background on you?
Tell us about yourself.
All right, a little bit about me. Let me see. Orange native, born and raised, Townie, Orange Memorial. Went to almost every school.
Me too.
Orange Middle, Orange High.
That's right.
Graduated.
7050.
Joined the Navy, 2001. Graduated on September 11th. 3 tours in Iraq. Operation Iraqi Freedom, Enduring Freedom. Got hurt in Iraq, came home. I was a correction officer for Essex County. I went back to school, got 5 degrees, 2 associates, bachelor's, master's, and a doctorate in education.
Boss shit.
Just to name a few. Recently just became a Orange Firefighter a couple of years ago in the hometown where I'm from. And then from there, they promoted me to an arson investigator for the city. So that's what I do.
Okay, with the
Amazing.
humble brag.
Right?
I see you.
Amazing. Yeah, so Chaz and I both are from Orange. That's where that connection comes from.
Yeah.
So we go way back.
YWCA.
Yeah. I wasn't born in Orange Memorial, though. I was born in California, but, you know.
Oh,
Only the real gangsters was born in Orange Memorial.
facts.
Shade.
Period. So now, what do you do now?
I'm a firefighter for the city of Orange, but my actual title is arson investigator.
What's that like, though?
I mean, I literally put out the fire and then go investigate what happened.
See why it happened.
Yeah, and then, I mean, if anything criminal, then...
Do you actually do both, though? Like, you put the fire out and investigate it?
I mean,
or
not technically, you can't do that. Like, on the days that I'm there as a firefighter, I can't investigate it because it's
Like a contradiction, right?
Yeah, conflict of interest.
Conflict.
So, most of the time I'm just on call. You know, I get all alerts to my phone. Anytime it's a fire, I automatically get activated. So
Okay.
that's about it.
Which do you prefer, though? Do you prefer to be on the scene at the fire? Or
Yeah, I prefer to put it out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's a better feeling. You know,
That
like,
adrenaline, I can't even imagine.
Yeah,
So you like being on the front lines?
Yeah,
You like
yeah.
getting shot at, running in the fires?
My whole life. That's my whole
Okay.
life. I'm an adrenaline junkie. That's all
Sound
I
like you
know.
from Newark, though, not Orange.
Hey.
Nah, you're doing too much right there. Orange kid.
First of all, I'm from Newark. Don't say
It's like
Newark.
a-
Sorry to hear that.
It's like an orange tag team.
Word. Sorry to hear that. Then I
Oh,
don't know what to tell you.
I'm going to hold it down, y'all. Don't worry.
Okay. So, I'm most interested in you're one of the people I consider like being the life of the party.
Oh yeah, I'm a party animal.
You are the party animal, and it's like but it's always like good vibes. Like I've never, since I've known you, ever seen you like upset or negative. It's like when people are in your space, it's always like you can't help but to have a good time when you're around.
Yeah,
And I think that's dope.
That's just my philosophy on life. Like, I've been through the worst that this world got to offer. Being in war, almost dying a couple times. So everything is positive outlook. Even when it's not positive, I keep a positive outlook. Like, and it just so happens it spills into every aspect. Majority of the time, people just see me partying. So that's what they see come out through.
I do feel like most people that I know that are in the military somehow or were, they're like the life of the party. Like they face death, so they like
live. They
YOLO
live.
for real. Like
Word.
That's
they
a real
really
thing. Like,
understand the meaning.
Majority of people, they don't realize like how everything is so tiny in this infinite galaxy. Like
Right.
our lives, we only here for a borrowed minute at a time. Like, 80, 90 years, you only here. That's a speck of time. So
Right.
in that time, you got to enjoy it and live life to the
Absolutely.
fullest. Like, do whatever you can do.
Right.
And I think it's dope because a lot of people be frying, especially on social media, like especially people we know, and it's like you know the people is like, I know you, you're really not this person,
really not like that.
But that's
really
not that's
like
never the case with you, and I think that's dope. And I know that most people who know you, know that about you.
Yeah.
So I'm not at all surprised that you chose the career that you did. I'm like, it's fitting for the type of person that you are. So
So it's pretty easy for you to balance like the work life and like your social life.
Oh yeah, firefighter life is the best life.
Really?
Yeah, it's the best job on the planet. Yeah,
You would think that they gotta be like, kind of reserved to some type of extent.
I'm reserved to some extent. I don't
You would life of the party and reserved.
Yeah, you could be both.
I feel like
It's a balance.
he let us see what he want us to
Exactly.
see.
I tell
It's
people all
like,
the time, like, my social media is what I want people to perceive me
Absolutely.
as. Like, they don't know the real me. Like, the whole time I was in school, everybody just saw me at a bar every night.
and I legit didn't even know. I was like,
people didn't even know until I'm walking across the
his
stage.
picture is downtown Newark on one of the banners.
Yeah,
Oh,
they got me
really?
on billboards. I did a couple commercials. Yeah.
Yeah,
And like
I
the
was
whole
like-
time, everybody like, oh, all you do is party. But it's like, no, that's what I want you to see.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta keep.
I
the
mean,
balance.
social media, people do be having people fooled on social media.
fronting like for real, but
So it's easy for you to balance a social life, but how was it balancing relationship and career? Because you seem to be pretty busy. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
you got party, you got work. How you fit relationships then?
I mean, I
Can you-
got
do
a
you?
different take on the whole relationship aspect. I don't really like just put it out there like, oh, I'm in a relationship. Like, I deal with people
Low key.
and just keep it at that. Like, and introduce them into my aura, into my vibe.
But is it easy to balance though?
It's easily balanced. Anybody can do anything they want to if they want to.
You're right.
Like,
So
I don't have a problem with it.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
You good?
No, so I was gonna say, so what's your dating style? Like, do you prefer like
I'm
Re-
more into
committed, or are you more like I'm
more
out
into
here
the-
having fun?
It's kind of taboo, but I'm more into the polygamy lifestyle, like black culture.
Hey, I don't judge.
From kings and queens back from the old days, like that. That's just my take on it. Like, I mean, you can be in love with more than one person, like, and if everybody comes to the same agreement, like, I don't have drama, I don't have issues. You just gotta let people know where you're coming from.
I think that's where the problems come into play when
Yeah.
people aren't honest from the beginning of what they want and
True.
what makes them happy.
It's always a double-sided sword, because at the end of the day, people say that, well, when females say that, oh, just tell me the truth, but tell them the truth, they're like, no, I'm not interested, I'm not good.
But
so
if
then you
you-
got to go back to running the game until you get them to the
But if
point
you
where
keep
No,
it
you
real
shouldn't
from
do
the
no running
beginning,
right. You
if
shouldn't
you
do no
keep
running
it
no
real
game.
from the beginning, that woman has to decide whether or not
Right.
this
She
is
wants to
something
be
I want to
bo-
deal with or not.
Exactly.
And then it's
everybody has a choice of what they want to deal with.
So I
But
feel
if
like
a
it
guy
shouldn't be
really,
no game
if a guy
involved,
really
though.
wants
Right.
you and you telling him no because of the reason he told you from being real, now he has to revert back to what he knows.
So you gonna lie? That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, lie till I can till I can slowly
So you
introduce you
could
to my truth.
So you could get her used to you,
Yes.
and then tell
Yes.
her the truth.
You
like,
heard
boom,
that?
it's
We
too
gotta
late.
put that in the quote.
Hey.
Lie
Wow.
until I can slowly introduce her to my
Yes,
truth.
yes.
Wow.
That needs to be on the shirt.
Right, I was about to say that.
I live that life, like, seriously.
That's funny. I mean, I think a lot of guys think like that, but from a female's perspective,
Yeah.
no.
I mean-
you could be 100 from rip, and if they don't want to accept it, then
I
oh
mean,
well,
it
find
takes a
somebody
different
else.
type of female, because we all know females are emotional creatures. you
But-
No,
know?
that's the same
Okay.
thing. Like how women take in men and they date men thinking, oh, I could change him. That's the same thing. Like, oh, I could get her to accept this. Like, nah, B.
I mean, that's where in lies my turmoil, is because everybody says, and once they realize that I'm serious,
You like Mr.
changes the
Gray.
game.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
he was telling her about it. She
Yeah.
wasn't sure, but
Exactly.
like,
Nobody
I guess.
believes me until it's presented to them in their face, and then it's like, now what you gonna do? Like, I don't play games.
So you like a swinger also? Which is
I wouldn't say a swing. It's more of a, like, swinger is the lifestyle. Polygamy is more of a, it's building up of the culture. Like, it's where we come from. Like,
Oh, okay.
the ancient kings of the past had multiple wives, and long as you can provide for multiple families, you should
like
be
the
able
Muslim.
to. Exactly.
believe,
It's
right?
it's like the Muslim, but
Islam.
they different in certain aspects. Like, I'm African.
religion is.
Yeah. I don't get into the whole religion
Right.
thing.
So let me ask you, how many women have you met who have been accepting of your lifestyle?
A quarter of them. Like,
really?
A quarter. Like, I meet a lot of people. I travel a lot. Travel throughout the world. And, I mean, like, they fall in love with the idea of you. I say, yeah, I'm a doctor, I'm this, I'm that. And then I say, all right, well, at the same time, like, I can be interested in you, but I'm also interested in other people. And we can all put it out there in the open, but at the end of the day, it's all going to fall back to the base of I let you know where I'm coming from, and then that just takes a whole different.
Interesting. So have you how am I trying to put this? What is it going to based off of what you said so far, like, do you think you could ever find just everything in one person? Like, what would it take for you to settle down?
Is monogamy in the books for
you? Is monogamy something that...
Monogamy is not wasted on me. Like, I do feel that I can be monogamous, but
okay.
I mean, at this point in this juncture, it's like you can meet. Like, my philosophy on all this is, I don't know any happily married couples. I don't know any, like, at the end of the day, people grow apart. And in this new age, everybody be like, oh, my parents together 50 years. That was back then. But before social media, before all that. In this new age, you got to adapt or you'll get left. Like, females, their biggest thing is, I don't want to share you. But if I'm telling you, what's the difference between me telling you what I'm doing or the dude who's lying to you and he's still
find
cheating
out later?
Yeah, and then
trust me, I know.
hurt. Exactly. All women go through that. It's like,
I know.
Like, oh no, I'm not gonna share you, but you sharing somebody anyway.
On the low.
On the low. Exactly.
The same things you don't want me to do to
Exactly.
you, you're actually doing to me.
Yeah, and it's unhealthy.
But if it's on the low, it's not like they know. I'm sure if they knew, it would be the same situation. They're not going to be with it.
Their philosophy is, if I don't know it, don't hurt me. But it's all
No.
going to come out in the
it hurts.
That's a new one for me. I haven't heard that.
Hurt. Oh, I hear that all the time.
I don't hear people say it about themselves.
That's all they
say
want.
that a lot.
As long as I don't know, it's not going to hurt me.
Women say that a lot.
About themselves?
Yes.
Nah,
Yes. My whole thing is, I'm with you on that. Like, let me know what's going on, or let me know how you are from the beginning, so I can decide if this is something I want to deal with, or if it's not.
But still and again, I get it all the time. Like,
I can see that too.
I'll jokingly bring it out. Like, oh yeah, like, I mean, yeah.
They try it though, but do it last?
No, they that's the thing. They don't even really try it. They say they with it, but then once they really get down to it, like, all right, they ain't really with it. It's like, oh, I mean, go let that other guy run game on you.
Wow.
I don't feel like it.
So what if it was vice versa and the woman came to you and she was like...
I believe in that. Like, I know I'm not the perfect guy. I know at some point you're going to want somebody different.
That 80-20 thing.
Yeah. So you into open relationships, basically.
Okay. But it's not really an open relationship. It's the understanding that there's not just one person for one person. Like, everybody's like, oh...
As long as it's equal. Like, if you could go and do your thing and she could go do her thing.
I think that's okay.
I'm always into that. Right. Like, I don't... Like, guys... Like,
a lot of men aren't though.
It's weird because they want to mess with every chick out here, but as soon as they chick mess with somebody, they really kill
they can't even get it hard no more.
Yeah,
it's
I'm like it's weird to me. Like, I understand it. Like, I encourage it. Like, at the end of the day, you know what you're gonna get when you mess with me. You're gonna get it this kind of way. Like, maybe after 5 years, you're like, all right, I know what I'm getting here. I want some dude to make love to it nicely and not just keep tearing my ass off.
Right.
Like, I mean, like, at the end of the day, you can have steak every day for your life, but one day you're gonna want chicken, you're gonna want shrimp. Like, it's people in this day and age don't want to be real with themselves. Like, you gotta put shit out there.
I think it's a lot. Like, polygamy in general, I think it's a lot more common in this generation also.
Absolutely.
I would say. So that's why also you can't like base it off of what they were doing back in the day, because they wasn't with none of that. Like, I see you, I like you, I marry you, we have kids. That's it.
But back in the day, what we didn't know was that they were still going out there messing with other people, and the wives was accepting it. Like, the wives knew, had kids on,
because they were taken care of. Also, though, you can't be a slouch trying to be polygamous either.
Exactly.
So now, in a situation like we're discussing, is there a title? Like, can woman A and woman B both say I'm in a relationship with this person?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Like you can come together and be like, we are together. We're partners. Like it's the building up. It's a foundation. Like it's not just a sexual thing. It's imagine 3 incomes. Like you live in a house that the rent is $1,500 and everybody put fucking $500 on the rent. Like y'all all got money to spend. Like people don't look at it like that.
Right.
It's a financial thing. It's a business thing. Like it's not just sexual. That's what most people base it off of. Like, oh, it's just sexual. You just want a threesome. Like,
so
yeah, no, that's
let me. So if it was a polygamous relationship, that would mean both women would have to be into women.
No. You don't have to. You don't have to
they
be
don't
into
have to
women.
be
No,
all together.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's different levels of it. Like you don't have to be into women. You could just know that like their time together.
But y'all still all live together.
Yeah, you could live together. Like that's just women that have to come together and realize like, because it's a lot of envy and jealousy. It's like, what if he like her more? What if? But that, I mean, that it all boils down to like women and self-esteem issues, insecurities. Like as a man, you gotta let them know. Like, listen, everybody is equal. Like I'm not gonna love one person more than I love the other person.
You say that, but when it comes down to it, like.
Everybody has a favorite.
Right.
I mean,
parents got favorite kids, all that. Like you're gonna have a favorite, period.
Nah.
You are.
It's hard to not. Somebody's gonna give a little bit extra.
So you've had a successful polygamous relationship?
No. I just think that has to. I just think that has to do with the area. It's all based off the area. Like if I was in Utah, where it's readily accepted, it would be fine. Out here,
yeah, but they'll all be Caucasian.
No, they wouldn't. That's a misconception.
Majority.
No, again, still, like, it's a lot of black people in Utah.
You said Utah, though. Like,
yeah, like, it's a lot of black people in Utah. You have no idea.
That mean that they with it, though.
They are. And that's the thing, they are. Like, I'm on a bunch of pages, like, Black Polygamy and all that stuff on Instagram. Okay. You can see, like, Triad Life.
You haven't found a successful one if you in these pages?
It's because of this area. Like, I know if I moved out of the state to one of those areas, I could, but I don't. I'm from a Jersey. This is where I'm gonna lay my roots. You already
well established here,
right?
Really.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's like it's trying to weed out the people just not looking for the benefits. Like, right. I mean, I did all this to help out somebody. When I do meet somebody, like we can build together. But just be like, oh yeah, I want his pension. I want this. I want that. It's different.
So I have a question for you.
I have a possible answer.
Oh, I know you have an answer for sure. What 2 celebrities would you pick to be in a polygamous relationship with?
I would say Megan Thee Stallion and Justine Skye.
Ooh, you like a tall girl. Okay.
Yeah, I like tall and I like chocolate. Yeah. I like tall and I like chocolate.
I would say, why you picking Meg? Because she's tall and chocolate? Yeah. So you going just off of looks?
I mean, at the end of the day, that's what you base it off of till you get to the personality. Everything is always physical.
I mean, you could kind of figure it.
Wait, who was it? Megan who?
Justine Skye.
Oh, okay. You got a type. Okay.
Yeah, I have a type. Like chocolate. Like, yeah, that's my thing.
What else?
I mean, that's just I pretty much like, outgoing, family-oriented, goal-oriented. I like aggressive women. Like, my thing has always been aggressive.
Really?
I'm aggressive in my lifestyle and everything I do. Like, so I like a woman that see what she want to go after and get it.
So you think you a freak? I think aggressiveness kind of matches up with freak.
It has to.
I'm a freak to a certain extent. Like, I go above and beyond, but it's like certain things I don't do.
It's a difference between like a pleaser and a freak.
I'm also a pleaser, but I'm a freak too. Like, I know me. Like, at 37 years of age, I've learned me over a while. So within knowing me, I know how to please somebody else.
I was about to say, being polygamous, you have to be a freak. Like, you got to be versatile. You got to be able to switch it up, switch it up. Like,
I mean, yeah, you can switch it up. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's just that you're putting it out there. Most people are like this. They just keep it under wraps. That's the corny part. I don't know why either.
So now,
I would have been born in the 60s. I would have been one of those, like a free love type.
Yeah. So do you like, when you're meeting someone, do you discuss like sexual preferences in the beginning, like up front? I'm an upfront type of person. I want to know everything. What you like, what you don't like.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do to you, and then I'm gonna let you know Like,
say he aggressive, ladies.
at the end of the day, like, I'm not lying, and then you're gonna see I'm not lying, but you're gonna have to decide what you're gonna do after this has been introduced.
So, what do you like?
I'm about to say, are you on Mr. Gray type of stuff? Because that's what it
I
sounds
was gonna
like.
say, what type of aggression do you like from the woman?
I mean, I just like a woman to like. I mean, like, I just told you.
But you don't mean just in a sexual situation.
Yeah.
You mean just take charge in life.
Take charge in life. Period. Like I need an aggressive woman. Like two aggressive people, it makes it better. Like I know I'm
so
aggressive.
You need an alpha female. Alpha male.
Exactly. I need an alpha female because I'm an alpha male.
What's your sign?
Aries, March 25th, baby. Oh. Yeah, the best. The God of War.
I don't know about the best, but
okay.
I mean,
yo, I'm mad because
Debatable.
I just related that to Aries though for some reason.
Really?
Yes, like the astrological and the myth.
I'm not into astrology, so it don't matter anyway.
Oh.
All those attributes could be attained by anybody. People are like, oh, you're Aries, you headstrong, you this, you that. I'm like, anybody could be that.
I like that lately,
makes
but
no
no.
sense.
I don't think I ever dated an Aries guy. Sorry, don't get offended if I dated you, but I can't remember dating any Aries guys. So I don't really know what that's like.
So the women that were like into polygamy, were they more so specifically a particular race? Or,
Yeah, black. I don't.
They were.
Yeah.
You only go for.
I only deal with black.
That was
women.
my.
Yeah.
Give me some.
I only
Thank
deal
you,
with my
Lord.
queens. Like no.
Thank you.
I don't date outside my race.
Now, are women intimidated by you, like your lifestyle or
They are. Like I literally have had women tell me I'm doing too much or I've accomplished too much, so it's nothing they can offer me, so they don't want to be bothered with me. They used to bum dudes that depend on them, like just came home from jail.
That's
Need
wild.
to call them every
Really?
5 minutes. Like women are intimidated by strong black men in this day and age because it's like I can't get over on him. Like he's already got so much
Can't scam
accomplished.
him.
You can't scam him. So it's like I intimidate women, but it's like it's annoying because it's like I did this for the right person, and you would let something like that bother you or get in the way of something that could be great. Like
I'm struggling with that a little bit,
yeah.
but I don't say I'm intimidated, but it's like wow, I gotta step my game up, like.
And that's what it's supposed to be for. It's supposed to be like,
Absolutely.
if I walk up to you and say, like, I get it all the time. I'll be like, yeah, how you doing? I'm Dr. Epps. And they be like, yeah, what? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm a doctor.
That's
And they be
right.
like, are you serious?
That's
So
right.
that should make you be like, oh, I got to get myself together. Like,
That's how
not
I
completely
feel right
fall
now.
back, but like, all right, I can make this work. I'm just going to elevate, you know?
That's how I feel in
They're
my
not trying to put the
situation. I'm
effort
like,
in.
it's nothing
Exactly. It's a lot
but
of
I
work.
can't do anything but go higher from here.
Exactly.
Now, do you feel like men settle?
All the time. Everybody settles.
Well, I
Everybody
know, but I'm
settles.
asking you specifically, like in terms of men. Do you think men settle in terms of like dating? And
Of course. Everybody settles.
do you like?
Everybody
So,
settles.
what's something that you kind of like? This is not really my thing, but all right.
No, I think there's a difference between settling and compromising. I think I
Yeah.
compromise, but
It's
I
the
don't
same
think
thing.
I settle.
They're
It's
kind of
not.
synonymous. Compromise and
It's not
settling.
I don't
Because
know.
if you compromising, it's kind of a little bit of reciprocity there. Like you giving me a little, I'm giving a little, but
Right.
It's
if
still
you're
not what you
settling,
want, so you're
just-
settling for it.
No, I mean, but yeah, you getting what you want eventually, somehow, some way.
No,
if
not
you're
if-
settling,
not
you're
if you'll
not
never
winning
get-
at all. If you're compromising, it's a
No,
win-win.
no, a settlement is not that you won't ever win. A settlement that's just your
Settlement
mindset.
sounds one-sided.
That's for a person who makes it one side. A settlement, everybody settles. Nobody is perfect, and that's what people don't realize. Like you always gonna settle for something. A settle is not. It's not a loss. It's not. It's a compromise. Like
It
all right,
is.
if I meet this chick and I'm like, I know I don't like females that smoke or drink, but I mean at the end of the day, if I can see something better. Like, all right, I don't care if she smokes. I can get through that, long as I know the end goal. It goes back to my original statement. What's the end goal while we here in a short time? Like, what are we gonna do together? Like,
So then, in terms of long term, that same thing that you just said. Okay, I'm settling for right now. What if this is somebody? It's like, wow, I'm really vibing with this person. I can see them in my life. how do you move forward? And if
Easy.
it's like
You put it out there. Like, this is what I want, and this is how I'm going forward. But that's me. I'm aggressive with it. I make my intentions known. Like, if I want it, I'm gonna tell you. Like, that's in all aspects of life. Like, I don't sugarcoat. Like, I don't sugarcoat shit. Like, if I want it, I'm gonna.
You shouldn't.
I'm gonna go get it. That's how everybody should be, but they not. It's just like everybody should have common sense, but they don't. Like, it's not a perfect world. So I introduce my aura, my vibes into the world, and hopefully people could pick up with it and see, like, this is something everybody can do.
That's a word right there.
Well, I feel like they're definitely out there. It's just
Everybody's out there. You just gotta find it. It's 7 billion people on this planet. It's too many people.
somebody into what you into.
Everybody, like, you will always find, anywhere I travel all through the world, I can find somebody that's into what I'm into.
So in your group, you can't find people like that. That's close.
What group?
You're in groups on social media, right?
Yeah, that's just following it. I'm not in an actual group. I'm my own entity. Like, I don't.
Okay.
I
Speak King.
That's right. You know, I present myself as, like, my own front. Like, I don't need groups and support and, like, no.
I mean,
like,
I'm saying if you was trying to find somebody.
I'm not trying to find it. I feel like
it comes to you.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
feel like
what
it'll
that's
come
my
to me.
question. Like my wheels are turning now, like
Mhm.
overdrive. So in terms of dating, is it normally like I already have this one person I've built a solid foundation with. Let me see if I can bring somebody else on board.
Exactly.
Or is it more like I'm trying to find two people at the same time so we can kind of build together? You have that one solid person, and it's like, let me add somebody onto the team.
to it. If like, it's not always constantly looking. It's like if a person that piques my interest and I feel like it would be a good fit, then I would explore that. But it's not a constant look. Like, I'm good with one person for the time being. Like, everything I want for right now. And at the end of the day, we progress and moving forward. And then if I run into somebody, I'm like, all right, I can introduce this. It's not a constant, like, oh, I need a second chick. Like, no.
So now is any of it like through boredom, or is it just like you're not really strict on routine? You just like
I don't do
variety.
routines. I'm kind of lost on that. Variety of what?
He wanted to say
A
variety.
variety, you know what I mean? I'm saying,
Boxes.
like,
Oh, I mean, but that's with anybody. Like, everybody love a box.
I mean,
I love a box.
I know people who are like, so I'm gonna be all the way real, like people that we know, and it's like I'm in a relationship, but I want a threesome, but I would never have a threesome with the woman that I'm currently with. And then you have the people who want to do it with the person they're with. So it's like,
Why wouldn't you do it with somebody?
I'm about to say that's bad for them.
I'm saying, and this is men, of course. And
yeah,
it's like,
my biggest thing is with, like, trying to do, like, that's just a fun thing. Like, threesomes, that's nothing. Like, when I talk about, like, multiple partners, that's a business, that's a foundation, that's a connection. Like, threesomes, that's
like
easy.
an actual unit.
Yeah, like, that's just temporary pleasure. And,
all right.
but I mean, once females find out how good you are, they never want to share you anyway. So that should be
Facts.
that should be corny. I can't get no
That's actually-
friends. I know. My friend said no, she not with it. Knowing the whole time her friend in my DMs, but she not.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like you gotta be pretty much accepting of a free spirit and possibly a free spirit yourself to, like, do what you date what you
Yeah. I mean, everybody's not awoken to the possibilities, but you can introduce them to it. Like, everybody don't automatically think that that's a good thing, but over time they can see after you introduce them to it, like, listen, and you tell them where you coming from and the logistics of it, people could be open to it. I mean, smart people would be open to it. Like, you got to realize
This is the new way of the world.
yeah,
Man.
it's the new way of the world. It's real life.
Get in where you fit in.
Get in where you fit in. Like, I mean, it's a lot. If you look at it like by statistically with the numbers, 7 billion people in the world, women outnumber men by 12 to 1. Every one
So
guy
you're
is
saying
12
supposed to
women.
be polygamous.
Yeah, like it's not
The
natural
world
to
built
be
that way.
monogamous. Like I'm not. I
Wow,
mean,
there it is. You heard that? It's
Your
another shirt.
philosophy is really interesting.
yeah, I go.
I'm
deep
so
and-
intrigued.
yeah,
I'm like-
I
Because I
mean,
even like how you related it to the ancestors. That's the first
'Cause
time that I've heard it related that way as
that's
well.
where it originates from. Like I go back deep into the
but
roots.
people,
Yeah.
when people are into
They
polygamy,
can't
don't normally
explain
cite
it
that as a reason.
like that.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They just
Those,
and it's
those are
like-
just the fad people. They just
Right.
want to
Right.
do it. I'm like, no, I do it because it's a cultural thing. Like if you look back and over time and over books, like monogamy came from Western civilization with the Europeans. Because on them is one born. Like no, it's multiple people. If you can afford or take care of multiple families, that's what you do. A strong black man can do that.
That's
like,
a word.
At the way I am now, like I'm a strong black man. I can take care of multiple families. Like I've done it before. It just didn't work out because people think that they can get better, and then they always wind up coming back. But by that time, it's like, no, you had your chance.
So you're saying monogamy came from the inadequate white man.
Exactly.
Basically.
That's
Oh,
what
let's
I'm saying.
talk about it.
I mean, we could talk about it.
Wow. Happy
but that's
Juneteenth,
I was gonna
everybody.
say,
Hey.
Juneteenth. Let's talk about it. Juneteenth. Okay.
hey, I'm with that.
It's a perfect
segue.
Perfect segue.
Speaking of Juneteenth, you feel like that's what making do you feel everybody is woke now because of the recent tragedies?
The
been
recent
going on.
tragedies have something to do with it. I just feel like people just piggybacking off it though, because this ain't nothing new.
It's for clout at this point.
Yeah, it's for clout at this point. Everybody just like with the white people kneeling and all that. It's cool to be black now.
Exactly.
I mean, they don't want the struggle, but it's cool.
Exactly.
Oh,
Because they know they can't win. You gotta
you
conform.
can't win.
It's cool to know a black person.
It's cool to know a
have
black person. They don't want
black
our
coworker.
struggles, but they just want to relate,
Absolutely.
and they can't really relate. Like
That's why I honestly don't see how people date out of their race. Well, how black people date out of their race. I can't.
knowing everything that's against us. Why would you?
I don't understand it.
Why would you? Like, it's nothing you can offer. It's nothing a white person can offer me. Like, they can't relate to my
They
struggles.
can never understand
Like,
as a black woman supporting a black man, as a black woman supporting a black son, like and I'm
Raising a black son.
the inherent daily dangers of being black, especially a black man. I posted a meme. The other day saying, "Black men, we hunted, hated, and feared." It's just people realize the power of the black man, and they try and suppress it. They go and they see it, and they like, I don't like that. And then like they introduce certain things, like I can introduce competition and all types of stuff, like put them against each other. Like I can introduce, like, I'm not against love who you love, but you can introduce homosexuality, all that other stuff, and it builds down the foundation of what it was. When they saw what a successful black family could do in the 70s with like the Black Panthers and a strong black family, they did everything they can.
Right.
Word, they did everything they can to break it. They brought crack, they brought this, they brought that. They did everything to break it up. Like the black man is the quintessential first man. We are the originators. Everybody comes from us. Like Mother Earth, Mother Africa, that's us. And once people decide to wake up and realize what we really are, it's dangerous, and that's what they aim to take away.
And I pride myself on somebody who's, for the most part, I'm really non-judgmental. But in today's climate, I'm like, I cannot, like, how are you in this household with this white spouse and just going through life
She
like
probably
that?
call you nigga when you sleep.
No! Oh my
You know she called you at once.
Oh my!
They be freaky and probably be like, call me that while we having sex.
Oh
Like,
my God, that's so crazy.
I'm just struggling with that whole. I'm just like, how are y'all doing it? And I see a lot of black women as of recent with white men, and it's like,
but with the black women going to white men, I just feel like they so tired of being ran over by the black
agree.
man.
I feel like that's the last resort.
Yeah, it's
I'm
the last
sorry
resort.
I
like,
said it, but I feel like when black women go to white
it's the last
men,
resort. It's like, I know he gonna treat me right.
I've exhausted all of my options with this black man.
Yeah, I'm
go.
tired of getting run over. I'm tired of just
Absolutely.
getting fucked and getting
I don't agree
getting
with that.
not called again. Like, I mean, it's more prevalent prevalent. It happens. We see it, and they like, no, I know he's gonna treat me better. He's gonna like, I'm not his queen, but he's gonna treat me as such.
I don't
like,
attribute race to how somebody treats you. To be honest, like you could find an ain't shit white man. And still,
but most of the time you don't see black chicks that stop messing with black dudes. They don't go for the ain't shit white dudes.
If
they go for
a strong black king in the room and a white guy, their mind is not automatically saying, I'm attracted to this white man here.
Yeah.
Right.
It's more like, this king is right here, but I've been hurt so many times.
Scared to take that chance. I'm
a hopeless romantic, guys. I'm sorry. I don't give up on love. Period.
I don't either. But the reality of the situation,
don't give me no cracker. Period. I'm gonna keep trying with this black man here.
I love it,
which
queen.
I think is dope. I feel the same way, but a lot of women are like
they've at what's in. Like if you like, I mean, again, like we can go into a lot of multifacets. If you've been since you've been born, been made fun of because your skin color, whatever. Then all the black dudes you mess with, they just fuck you and keep it moving. And then like, I mean, don't get into the like the black secrets of being molested and stuff like that. You can't get into that. It goes way deeper. So they just like, I'm tired. I'm gonna go where I'm safe. Like, I mean, I know I want a black man.
With a cracker where?
But because at that point they decided I'm going to suppress
all these
things that I've been through.
And then I'm just going to be good with the white dude.
So that probably also relates to the way that you were raised. I think. No. Because there's no way that you could think that I've been beaten down enough that I'm going to switch to a whole different person outside of my race. Like, no, like, every black man is not a horrible person, period. Just like every man in general is not. You can't say all men are dogs. It's the same
agree
thing.
with
You
that,
can't say every black man
but like I said earlier, like, common sense ain't common. Some people don't have that thought process to think. It's not every man. Like, you know how many times I'd be like, oh, you must be a hoe because you're Jamaican, you're a biker, you're law enforcement, you're a firefighter, you must be a hoe. It's like you can't say that. Every man is not that.
Real.
Right.
The stigma is real. Like you can't say that. Like at least people don't want to give you the chance to find out though. It's like, all right, I don't want to add another notch.
They want that quick fix.
Everybody wants the quick fix. Like everybody wants to be, I'm the best thing out here. Like, no, it takes work.
Why we both can't be the best?
Word. I mean, everybody's the best, but, I mean, so, like you said, it's always going to be a give and take. It's never going to be 100. It's 90-10.
90-10?
That's
wow.
I
mean, that's a big ass settle.
Nah, I'm messing around.
What type of woman?
Yeah,
I said that. He said he liked dark skin.
Dark skin. I said aggressive.
He only had like 2 things.
No, I went into a whole spiel about it. I elaborated for like 5 minutes.
It wasn't that long.
It really was that long.
So I have a question. Like in terms of your career,
okay,
and the ways of the world right now, how are things like at work? Is there any like togetherness, or is it more like
divisive?
Everybody's hush about it.
It's a little bit more hush. I mean, keeping it real. Before I got on, like growing up in Orange was a 95% white department.
Oh yeah.
In the last 7-8 years, Orange has totally flip flopped with a new director, whatever, new chain of command. Orange department, it got to be like 85 to 90% black now. Like
I love it.
We get so many people that be like, it's so good to see people from this community.
I was getting ready to say, so a lot of us who are from here
that are from here that work here. And it makes it more special. Like when you go to save somebody that their kid is choking on something, and you know this person, you have more of a special connection with them. You know these people. You grew up with them. Like, I mean, back in the day, it was just like, all right, whatever. If they shot, let them die. But you pull up on a scene and you know somebody. You're going to work your ass off to make sure they live. Like, you know these people. You have a connection with these people. Your families grew up together. I mean, we probably like the last of a generation because, Orange is changing now. Just like everywhere changing. It's nothing but, like, a lot of Latin America, Mexico, Argentina, whatever. But, I mean, as far as I see it, it's really good. It's really good. Like Orange, like we go to a lot of fires because Jersey got mutual aid.
Absolutely.
So we go to
Irvington.
We go to Irvington all the time. But Irvington's another like majority black department. The majority black departments are Irvington, Orange, and East Orange.
I was gonna say gotta be
East Orange. And people look at us when we get on scene. It's like all these black guys here. It's like
that's right.
It's amazing. Like it's amazing. We take that as a sense of pride. Like we did the same thing, and we excelling more than what they did. Like, guys been on a job 25 years and never did nothing with their career but be a firefighter. But a guy like me been there like a year or two, and I'm an arson investigator. Like, people see that, and they like, oh, he uppity or he doing too much. But it's like, why, if you invested in this community, would you just want to settle for being...
This is my city at the end of the day. That's the mentality. This is my city.
This is my city.
Hashtag 07050.
07050 Orange Boys.
Okay.
Let's go.
07102, guys.
Oh my God.
No, thank you.
No dice. No dice.
Like, you have to put on for your city. But it's like, is there any struggle in terms of what's going on with all this Black Lives Matter? Like, are your brothers on the front line as dedicated to the cause?
I mean, 100%, you'll never know. Like, you'll never know.
This is true.
But in the presence of us, everybody's down for the fight. Everybody understands the plight of, systemic racism, the keeping down of the black man. Like, they understand it. Like, I mean, you gotta be blind not to see what's going on in America. And it just so happened, majority 9 out of 10 people that I work with that are not black, they understand and they get it and they sympathize, they empathize, like, they get it, and we all work together, because it's a different thing when you're risking your life with somebody and you know that the person don't like you, and like they hold your life in your hands. Right. Like, so in our profession, it's like, although everything going on around, we still have the core belief of, I got your back, you got mine. Like, yeah, we might joke, we might mess around, but at the end of the day, I'm going to pull you out this burning building. Like, I'm going to get you out. And it's not a color line. Like, it's colorless. Like, so once everything is going on, they tend to have our back. It's like,
I can see that, especially in our city, because it's like, even if you can't directly relate, I know this person, this is my brother, I trust him. And they see the families come
and they take it for what it is,
all of that. So it's like, you have to be ignorant at this point to not be on board with what's happening to us.
And not for nothing, there are a lot of old white families in Orange. They the old school Italians. Yeah, they still there. So they still in the fire department. They grew up in Orange, like, you wouldn't think it, but they grew up in Orange. Orange used to be Italian, used to be Russian, used to be
restaurants right down the street.
Little Italy is right down the street.
Right there.
I mean, I love them like I love anybody else. Like, I mean, and that's what I try and promote. Like, it's more of, you got to spread love more than hate, and that's what everybody's missing. Like, you look at it as a color. Like, I don't look at color, even though, I mean, it's obvious, but you can't look at it as that. If everybody had a common goal of working together, like how people do in the fire department or whatever, like unity, like even in the military. I was around racist people, but at the end of the day, they still have my back. Like, I've been called a nigga in the military, but the same dude that called me a nigga, he still we going to war together, and he wouldn't let nothing happen to me. So, like, if more people had like a common bond, I think that would be the one thing that would unite us. Just like with like September 11th. Nobody was black, nobody was white, nobody nothing. Everybody was American.
Unity.
It was unity.
That's why I say I don't take a big offense on words like the whole nigger and things like that.
I mean, I don't get
it's a word.
And they feel like because we say it, I don't say it, but they feel like because some people are really like, I'm not going to say ignorant in a sense, but it's like, if my favorite rapper, this black man, is saying in his rap, why can't I repeat it? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, and to that point, I would say, like, the rappers and stuff, they have a bigger platform, but their mind is fixed on getting the money. They don't realize that they're influencing people all around the world. So when they saying all the stuff with the nigga and the bitch, and it's like, it's not cool, because everybody's gonna say it, and then they're like, why can't I say it? You saying it? Like, I mean,
babies.
Like, I've heard little babies rapping verses, but can't do they ABCs. Like, it's annoying. Like, it's just an irresponsibility on the rapper's part. But I mean, people still support them. That's what everybody need to come together and realize. Like, everybody needs to realize what a common goal is and what's for the greater good. And if something doesn't go with your cause, then you need to fight to remove that out of the atmosphere.
We got to be more conscious about the things that we say and do.
In a perfect world, because I mean, as good as it sounds, realistically, some people thrive off of being ignorant. Some people like it; they don't care. Like, I mean, just like I thrive off of being military or being this, people thrive off of being ignorant, so they don't care. They don't want to learn. They don't want to have compassion. They don't want empathy. Their ignorance is bliss to them. So at the end of the day, it's like, no, why would I want to change anything when it's working perfectly fine for me?
Right. I've never, and I find it interesting when I see that meme about like, you never heard a person saying F the fire department. It's always and it's interesting because it's like I don't know what you feel about that. I think it's true because we never hear that, but at the same time,
the thing is though, the heat right now isn't on the fire department. It's
but it never is.
I
mean,
see what I did
it's
with the punch.
But it never is. Like, you never hear about a fireman who didn't save a person because of the color of their skin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
so
at the end of the day, people put too much
with the first
on
responders. Where's the disconnect?
People put too much on police. Like, they hold them to a higher regard. And it's like, as soon as they don't do what you want, you're bad. Like, I come from a law enforcement side. I just left that. And it's like, people are always mad at something. Like, police are reactive, not proactive. Like, we come because you call us. Just like with the fire department, it's the same thing. We come because you call us. We don't go out there and put out a fire before it happens. Just like police don't come and lock you up before you do something. Like, they come because you call. But as soon as something don't go right,
that's not true.
But I mean, they law enforcement, just like we code enforcement. Like, for people, if it's 30 people in the building that can only hold 20 people, we're gonna shut it down. And people be mad. Oh, F the fire department. I mean, at a certain point, people get mad. Like,
no,
you let this
say F the fire department.
Yeah,
I've been to a party
I'm about to say,
in Orange.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, no, it's happened. It's happened.
This is one of us. Like, come on, he didn't have his party. Like,
it happens. Like, it just depends on the people and the circumstances, people emotions, like what led up to the events. Like, people just need to sit back and analyze and see what happened, and like with the stuff that's going on, like today with the cops and shooting people, like that stuff that's clear and obvious. But when it's stuff that takes a while and you like, people are so hasty to judge that they just like, no, it's wrong, I'm mad. Like, you don't know what the circumstances was. Like, so it's again another double-edged sword. Yeah. And you just gotta take it as a grain of salt. Just like in life, everything goes away with time. Like, people will be mad today, but they'll forget about it a year from now.
At some point, it's gonna die down. So
it'll die down. You just gotta weather the storm.
Right. So then, in terms of that, like, you don't see people like, all right, the fire department is here. Let me record them in case there's some.
Oh no, we get that too.
Going on.
Oh, we get that too. Like,
really?
Like, even when I first joined, I had people like they teach you that in the academy. Like, always be cognizant of what you're doing, because just like with the police, people are out there with their phones, and you see it every scene we go on. People out there with their phones, like hoping we slip up, hoping we mess up. Like, I think my first fire that
that's the only difference between then and now.
And
now
you know what,
David,
God rest his soul. Y'all know I love me some David fan.
My bro.
Shout out to him.
Shout out
he
to David
told me
fan
one time, like, and it was a fire with some people that we know, like, you know, the home team, and it's like they felt like I'm not gonna put names out there. It's like, y'all aren't doing enough, and it's like, this is fire department, police department, and conjoined.
I mean, and before I got on the fire department, that happened the year before I got on. But once you get on, you realize, like, fire tactics and stuff like that. Like, at a certain point, like, it's nothing a fire department can do. Like, if a house is fully ignited, they'd be like, oh no, you got protective gear. You can go in a fire. Like, no, it's not really protecting you. It protects you for a certain extent. But if a house is fully going, it's nothing you can do. Just like, again, like I was saying with the first fire when I went to, and people had their cell phones out, and they were screaming, why are you not giving them water? But it's like, you can't, like, they don't know fire tactics. You don't know what we, you don't know our training. We can't just give you water. We can't just put water on the fire. Right. We got to do, it's a lot of stuff you got to do before we can do a hydrant connection and a, like, so it goes, like, back to the, like, police and everything. Like, you don't know what people's training is.
A lot of us civilians are ignorant to the fact that at the end of the day, you guys are professionals. You have a job to do at the end of the day. And I can understand how that gets lost.
I mean, sometimes. With every, like, I mean, I don't speak for everybody, but with all professions, there's always going to be some bad apples. But like, the overwhelming majority is good and love their job, love their profession. Like, I work with an amazing group of guys everywhere I went, in the military, corrections, firefighting, but there always was one or two bad apples. You'll never get somebody who's fully committed. They're just there for the paycheck, but the overwhelming majority of people always care about what they're doing, and that's just what that is.
So, probably the last question, and it's a good one. Okay. Are there such things as like badge hoppers, women who only mess with men who are in uniform?
Oh, like, yeah. That badge bunnies. I mean, badge bunnies. Badge bunnies. Okay. I mean, you get that in every profession. Like I said earlier, like, people see you only for what you can offer them with your benefits and all. Like,
so it's something about that uniform, and it's like
the uniform, the knowing it's stability. It's just like a married guy who gets a lot of females. Women like guys who know they can provide stability and stuff like that. So they're like, oh, he's married. I know I can't get nothing, but I know I can get something. So they only
because he can commit.
He can't commit, or he can commit, and I know that he can hold something down. So women will only mess with a married guy, and it's
he
the same.
Commit, but he cheat clearly.
I mean, again, it goes back to my thing of nobody is monogamous, but I mean that's just a different conversation. It comes full circle, but yeah, I mean, yeah, you get the badge bunnies. Everybody, oh, you cute in your uniform. And
so how do you weed them out? Like you know what I mean?
I mean, with anybody else, it's a process. You take it, like
you just gotta really feel the person out.
You gotta really feel them out and see what they want. Like everybody wants to quit come up. Like nobody wants to work hard for it. It's just like, oh.
Juicy, you believe that everybody want to quit come up, or do you feel like sometimes women want to take their time and really get to know a person, regardless of what their profession is?
I can only speak for myself.
I like that. I like that answer because I don't speak for everybody. I only speak for me and my experiences, and I could show you. Better, I could tell you. It's different out here. Women, it's a whole different game out here. Like
no, it's definitely absolutely, especially like in the, I won't say this area. You're in Orange, but maybe I'm thinking more so like you're in Orange. You still attracting Newark, Irvington,
all Essex County,
like that. So it's like you gonna run across a lot of them. But
exactly, like, and that's again that goes back to what I was saying earlier. It would be different if I changed my surroundings. If I went down to Pemberton or down at South Jersey, I would probably be a king down there because
you're a king.
You can't leave the community.
I'm a king here, but up here is different because everybody is like it's a bunch of kings up here. Right. But then you got the.
It's more inclusive.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I call it the urban elite. Like, I mean, I'm urban elite. It's a bunch of women, like all the urban elite. They know that they're elite, so they play on that, and then it's like it's hard to like two urban elites in this area. They just don't mesh well because the egos and it's like, yeah, all right, well, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm this, I'm that. Okay, so why can't we be together? Oh, cause I'm better. Like, no, it don't have to be that. We could be better together, but I mean, it is what it is.
Well, so just to wrap things up, I want to say to you, I think you fly, always been. You are the king of kings. The homie. We ride out 07050, Orange, let's go.
Citrus Hill, Orange Gang, let's go.
Period. And I thank you for coming on this platform.
Thank you for having me.
I think the feedback will be interesting.
I mean, we'll see. You let me
know.
Plug
your page. Tell people where to follow you.
All right. I'm Mr. Internationally Known. You can find me on every social media platform. I'm on Twitter as Black Fire Marshal Bill. I'm on Snapchat, Jersey Boy 1982. That's JerseyBoy 1982. I'm on Instagram, Jersey Boy 1981. JerseyBoy 1981. It's because 82 was already taken. And I mean and that's just how you get me. I mean, I'm around. You see me around. It's whatever.
There you have it, Dr. Epps, everybody.
Hey.
Juicy, anything in closing?
As usual, I'm just gonna shout out our Mind Triggers page.
Hey,
you guys can follow us
Triggers.
on all social media platforms as well.
Mind Triggers.
That's Mind MIND_triggers. Give us a shout out, like, subscribe, follow. YouTube as well. If y'all want to see me extreme gaming.
Yeah, she be gaming.
Okay. Oh yeah. I forgot to plug my YouTube too. I got a whole YouTube channel too. Jersey Boy 25, I think. JRZ.
I think.
BOY
I'll
25.
tag it later.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on YouTube. I'm on everything. You can watch some of my videos. I play guitar. I ride motorcycles.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, thank you both, as usual.
Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
your favorite tall girl. Tuesday's going to be the best day of the week. Your favorite.
Hey, Tall Girl Tuesdays.
Y'all know where to find me.
Hey.
Thanks for listening.